Disney turned 100 years old earlier this year, and Wish has been marketed as their magnum opus and the big bombastic celebration for 100 years of film. So if you're going in with those expectations, this movie will feel like a massive, and I mean massive, disappointment. But as someone who went in just wanting a good time, it delivered, I suppose. I mean, Wish is an entertaining and enjoyable enough time with a buttload of issues. First things first, this is one of the most generic movies I've seen from Disney, possibly ever. It feels like chunks from other better films were taken and thrown into this movie and just concocted at the basement of Disney's laboratory, because it's never as good as the movies it's trying to pay homage to, and that's unfortunate because I do think the central premise of When You Wish Upon a Star is a creative and interesting one, and that does deserve the light of day, but not in this format, because it never fully delves into what the idea is capable of and the possibilities that come with the idea, and that's just really unfortunate because it could have been something so much bigger and probably so much better. And one problem people already had with this movie after the first teaser was that the animation didn't look good, and I heavily disagree, and I still disagree because I thought it looked phenomenal. It was a blend of 2D and 3D animation in the best way possible, and seeing it in theaters was awesome. I loved seeing this on the big screen. I also saw it in like a IMAX format, and it just looked amazing on the big screen. So the animation here, I think, is phenomenal, and it'll stay phenomenal. Some of the songs here are great and memorable, and some feel so out of place. So the songs as a whole are a mixed bag and are written in a very strange way, because Ariana DeBose was fantastic and Chris Pine was charming enough, but the lyrics just, I don't know, there's something about them that felt AI generated. I know they weren't AI generated. I know the talented people behind these songs, but I don't know. It feels like the voice actors just really carried this movie's lyrics and songs, because I don't know what the writers were doing, because there's a song in this movie that's sung by Chris Pine called "This Is the Thanks I Get." You probably heard it on social media, and there's a line in the song that goes like this: "I let you live here for free and I don't even charge you rent." That is two of the same things just to get. That's like saying the same thing twice. It's a really strange way to really, I don't know, it's a really strange song. So the songs here, they weren't as memorable as other Disney films. So outside of being Disney's 100 year celebration film, I don't really know what life or memorability it has, because it feels like any other Disney film. It's generic, it's very formulaic in its plot. It's not objectively a great film, but if you're looking for a fun time with your family on Thanksgiving, I don't have Thanksgiving right now because I live in Canada and it was in the middle of October, so that feels really strange to come out on a Wednesday, but whatever. If you're looking for a fun time with your family on Thanksgiving, if you're in the United States of America, this is fine, but just not the celebration that Disney deserved, because it was marketed in a way that was celebrating 100 years and putting everything together, and it doesn't feel like that. It feels like another forgettable, formulaic, generic Disney film, and that's just unfortunate because it could have been something so much better and so much bigger. And yeah, so overall, the voice actors do carry this movie in some capacity, but it never delves into the idea of this is a movie about wishes and King, what's the king's name again? I forgot, but this man is just behind all the wishes and, like, you know, just fumbling people because they believe in him and whatever. It never really delves into anything because it feels like it's paying homage to movies that are so much better than it, and it just, I don't know. So overall, I give this around a 6 out of 10 or a 3 out of 5 or like a 62% or something like that. Not great.